I'm just enjoying the show, bro.
I'm talking about current form. Bruno is in the same category as Kevin De Bruyne.
Whoa,
There is-
Okay.
bro, come on.
Wait, current form?
Nah.
No. We're talking about as a player overall. All right. Same category as KDB. Some even say that his stats are even better than KDB.
Bro, what?
I'm just saying.
Ridiculous.
Bro, where are you pulling this from?
No, I'm
Where's
being
this
serious, bro. You guys hate Bruno.
You deserve
because
another
of his
KDB's
fucking
won like 5
I just
Premier
don't think
Leagues.
he's in that bracket. He's not in that league.
Have enough pineapple.
Welcome back, everyone. You join us again, Off the Ball podcast. Exciting stuff. There's 5 of us here and a plate of fucking pineapple.
Boys, it's healthy. Trust me.
Wait, do you mean to say that the whole start wasn't recorded?
You're very confused.
Nothing was recorded. We've been going for 10 minutes. And Berkz and
I'm saying,
Riad
bro.
didn't press
The red
record
button
button.
was not
So we're
on.
starting again.
B1 and B2 over here didn't press record, so we're sort of starting.
Geniuses. You join us. All 5 of us are here today to run you through it. We've got the tabletop, the leaders, Berkz and Veki.
I'm still waiting for the part where we say this is a joke.
We have our $1.6 billion title challenges.
800.
Ugi,
Billion.
myself, Community Shield winners. 2 of them, in fact, total of 3 trophies. I don't want to hear it from anyone. And lastly, coming off a massive win. 2-1 Manchester derby. Ahmad shaking Pep's hand. Ahmad putting on a clinic. And after all of that, still in
player.
13th position, Manchester United fan Riad.
Remember the name, Garnacho.
There's been a couple of them, hasn't there? Hannibal, Garnacho, Rashford, Mainu. Oh, we could keep going. But
Lenny Oro.
boys, kick us off. Liverpool game. Let's go. What do you have to make of it?
Well, after Newcastle, I was hoping to get on the W train, and 16 minutes in, Robertson getting sent off. As soon as it happened, I'm like, oh, here we go. That's a straight red. Straight red it was. From there on, honestly, it was all about conservation
Was
of
that
the
a
points.
deserved red?
I'm not going to dispute that. I mean, he kicked them
Not
high.
a disputable.
Nah,
I
red?
think if you give that as a red, I
clearly.
think you also have to give a red for
What did they do?
Robertson getting completely cluttered in the first 45 seconds by Diop.
I think this one was a little bit worse.
I think it was, but honestly, if you've seen the game, I think Fulham deserved at least 1 red card in the game as well.
Yes,
And it's hard.
I agree.
Like, none of the mini matches will show it, none of the highlights. You got to watch the
Wasn't there like
full
a-
90. Because, again, as I said, Pereira stopped the counter-attack. He was on a yellow. He literally holds someone down. No second yellow. Diop clattering Robertson as well. Late on, Gomez got collected as well in the penalty box. No penalty. It's just...
Wasn't a show ball as well? Like, someone's like got...
Yeah, look, I don't want to make it all about refereeing
gonna
decisions
say.
because Liverpool did not deserve to win that game based on the performance as well. So,
I mean, you guys, early red card. What did you make of the performance after you got the red card? Because I know you guys, we've spoken in the chats and whatnot. You guys said he didn't make that defensive sub. Grav slipped back into the centre back, but he was coming into the midfield role. You guys kept attacking and kept the pressure on. So what do you make of sort of seeing Slot the first, maybe not the first time in adversity, but the biggest adversity he's probably faced so far as a Liverpool manager?
I think it's fair to say that on a tactical level, and this is no secret because Klopp has come out and said, like, I'm not really a tactical genius. Like, tactically, he's much better in terms of his intelligence than Klopp. And he made an attacking substitution. Like, I was genuinely surprised because even Fulham players post-game said it didn't feel like we were playing a 10-man Liverpool because we just kept still attacking. We kept the pressure on. It was quite an open game considering that we did have an early send-off. So I was actually proud of the effort overall. It sort of encouraged me from what I've seen. Obviously, we've got a few players coming back from injury. We've got McAllister back now who's served his suspension. So Jota got on the score sheet. I'm actually encouraged by what I'm seeing rather than being disappointed at dropping points.
You reckon you're not going to drop any points going forward now?
Every team's going to drop points because that's the nature of the Premier League. Honestly, on any given day, any team can drop points
Yeah, I know.
because the quality is so damn good.
Berkz, what do you make of it? Do you sort of share the same views or anything different?
Similar to what Vic's saying. Like, I reckon, and from what I was saying in the chats probably too, like, from that point where we copped the red card, we were holding the majority of that position. We still had significant attacking threat as well. I think we had like 15 shots on target after the red card. And 63% possession or 53, but majority of the possession we had. So I feel like we controlled the game well. We held it together well, and I feel like similar to what Vex was saying around kind of the tactical adeptness. Like, I feel like you feel safer under Slot in this sort of situation than you would with Klopp, and the not the hesitation, but the lack of kind of, he kept it cool. He didn't rush into making a change. He kind of just played with what he had. He trusted the players on the pitch and did the job from the end. So
Yeah, but again, Robbo's been a bit of a liability this season, so you guys losing him wasn't much of a loss.
Yeah, it's only just the player that they lose. And
You're going a man down, bro, for like
You know what I mean?
still a man down. Yeah.
But
70 minutes.
in recent history,
Weird on this, to be honest.
hey,
I know when you're trolling now. That glint in your eyes.
in recent history, Liverpool have been probably the only team where they go one man down, they still have a chance because they're so well drilled.
But just think about it as an opposition coach. Liverpool's weakness is fullbacks. That's what you would target.
At the moment, yeah.
Against Arsenal, that's where we got targeted. Against, obviously, Fulham, we got targeted. Everywhere where we face opposition, they'll target the fullbacks.
Yeah.
That's the weakness.
But when you also have a very strong offense or attack, I think teams are a bit hesitant to just go all out because
Yeah.
they know
You get
what
countered.
because the repercussions are. So
Your biggest threat, Liverpool's biggest threat is a transition.
Because mind you,
the
like
speed.
we're all discussing Liverpool here, but I think Fulham is an excellent side with some players that are in great form. Like you guys played Arsenal as well. Like Fulham's actually a very decent side.
They are.
With a very capable coach as well.
Yeah, Marco Silva's a jet.
Yeah.
He's a
he'll
good
probably be
manager.
at Arsenal next season.
Guys, don't forget, Nunes got a Jadon Sancho like assist as well.
So
Passed the ball to Jota, and Jota
Beautiful.
did
Welcome
everything.
back. About time.
can I ask now, because you guys, Tsimikas is out as well, yeah? Is he injured?
Tsimikas is back in training.
Oh,
which
he's
is
back
good
in
news.
training.
He was injured, yeah.
Okay, but do you think he'll be rolling with more of a back four of centre backs?
This
What-
is
what
a
do you
sort of
think he's
a
gonna
this
do?
is a later discussion because I've obviously done so much reading of forums and whatnot. Even like discussions with Feyenoord fans in terms of what kind of fullbacks he likes. Slot very much likes a balanced fullback. I could describe to you what that is, but I'm
Kieran
not.
Tierney, he's for sale.
No, Kieran Tierney. But I think the ideal slot fullback is Dumfries. That's the kind of fullback he would
Denzel
like.
Dumfries,
yeah.
Like
but-
very balanced.
Where is he now?
You guys could
Milan.
also play a back three.
Okay, no.
Nah, Slot's never
No,
played.
I don't
that,
think.
so.
Yeah,
He's never
He
played it,
loves
but-
playing with fullbacks.
Yeah.
But fullbacks that can overlap and underlap as well.
Well, the hottest fullback on the market this coming windows will be Alphonso Davies.
Davies, yeah.
He's coming to United.
How old's he now? He's so injury prone though.
26? 25,
Perfect. He'll
26?
fit right in.
He's so
young.
injury prone.
Yeah, he's young, but he's definitely going to be the hottest prospect in terms
Just so
of.
everyone knows that he's a Chelsea fan.
Believe what you
Is he
want.
actually?
He is, yeah.
But
Apparently
because
there's no interest from
Soboslai is
Chelsea, though.
Hungarian,
Yeah, no, we don't
we've been linked with Kerkez a lot.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
So there's Kerkez, there's Leif Davis,
Robinson.
Ait Nouri, Robinson as well. That's within the Premier League.
From Fulham.
From Fulham.
Yeah, from Fulham.
I think he's 12 months left on his
Yeah,
contract.
Alphonso
too.
Davies as well, but Real Madrid's obviously sniffing around him. So
Yeah.
there's a few players there. Look,
I don't remember the last time Alphonso Davies played. That's
I
how
feel like
injury
he's been
prone he's
injured for like
been.
a year or two now, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't.
But
played
it's the
in about a couple of
Bundesliga.
years.
No one watches the Bundesliga.
No, but I don't think he's
Who gives
actually
a
played
fuck?
for a long time. He's been injured for a long because he doesn't play
Yeah.
for his national team either anymore.
No, he hasn't
and he's a
played.
captain.
Canada.
I think in the Premier League,
Yeah.
in terms of left backs in the Premier Leagues that are being linked with like even United, it's
Yep.
from Ait Nouri to Kerkez. They're the two standouts.
Yeah.
Slots type is more Kerkez because he's a type of player that'll give you a 7 out of 10 performance most games.
Yeah.
Well, we've got like 7 of them, so fire sale if you want one. Just chuck a bid in.
Give us timber.
Yeah, you can have Tierney, you can have Tomiyasu and Zinchenko. They're the 3 I'm willing to give you guys.
Nah, I will never allow you to
could
think
have
that
any
at
of
my
them.
club. Nah.
Ugi, tell us, Chelsea, probably the most informed team at the moment, coming off a win against Brentford. Fill us in.
Well, obviously Brentford's got the water. What is it called? They've got the. They always beat us at Stamford Bridge. So since they've gone up, they've beaten us the first year when Rudiger scored that worldie. We lost 4-1. Then we lost 2-0. And then last year we lost 2-1. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, 2-1 last year.
Poch, I think it was Potter
And Tuchel.
and Tuchel. So that they've.
Your keeper Sanchez had his best game
He was
ever.
Yeah, he was
For-
unreal. He
in
was
Chelsea
unreal.
colours.
But we did dominate majority of the game. We did cop a late goal as we always do. Shout out, obviously, Caicedo was just everywhere.
Is Chelsea a good team or do they have the most individual players on form?
I reckon Chelsea just plays every team at the perfect time.
Because like when you look at like, for example, like let's say Arsenal, Liverpool, we only have a couple of players that are really in form and getting all the goals and all the assists. Whereas Chelsea, there's a bigger sort of spread
Well,
there.
everyone
Like Caicedo's
seems like-
playing really well. Enzo's playing really well now. Palmer we don't even need to talk about. Jackson.
It's
Is that it?
Jaden is playing his
Like
best
so many
football
players
since
on
leaving
form.
United.
Yeah. But it's
Neto's
because
been
there's
playing
so
well.
much
Question.
competition. There's so much
Cucurella.
competition within the
Cucurella,
squad.
yeah, you're
They
right.
have to perform, don't they?
Yeah, so they have to perform.
Well, we've
If
got-
you don't
we've got- we've
perform,
got 20
you're fucking down the pecking order.
so we've
Like-
got our squad is 24 players. So I don't know.
no,
how
but I'm
that's-
talking about like the quality of your squad.
Yeah, okay.
You
fair
know?
enough. Fair enough.
Like,
Everyone's in form at the right
I'm not-
time.
I'm not
Yeah.
having
I
a
love
dig.
how he's acting like he's got like Brentford squad. And it's like, bro, we're only 24. Right?
I'm not having a dig. I'm just saying.
No, it's
that-
not a deal. I'm just giving you facts.
Yeah.
Tell us about the game. Come on. You
No.
never get to talk about Chelsea. You know what? If we could
Tell us.
shine a light down on you now. And
No,
just
well,
black us
we
out.
also do have a couple of injuries as well. So Joel Felix is injured.
Start from the start.
Is he actually?
Played, bro.
Start from the start.
That's how good our squad is, Riad. Hey, we're not sponsored by
I
that.
just had a kebab, bro, and I'm fucking burping.
Hey, we're
bro.
not sponsored by Big N. Put it away, yeah.
We're not sponsored by
no,
anything,
we
bro.
started really strong.
Break, sponsor me.
Just you.
Just you. Actually, I already forgot now.
He's in it for himself.
This guy's
the whole
come out
time.
to screw me off. Who scored our first goal? I'm not going
Cucurella, wasn't it? Header?
Yeah, no.
Hey, bro, that ripping head up.
So
bro.
yeah, Cucurella.
Bro, I'm sorry, but if you get beaten in the air
Bro,
by
let this guy
Cucurella, you're
talk.
shit.
Nah, that was actually yeah. Well, fair enough, bro. You know what? They've copped a lot. They haven't copped a lot of goals. They haven't copped a lot of goals.
Brentford's defense been really good.
Yeah, he scored a worldie and then he got sent off as always right at the end of the game.
I mean, Will is a bit of a...
Bro, for him flying up like
the
that.
way he attacks that ball.
Bro, Garnacho scoring a scissors a worldie.
Yeah, mate.
Cucurella scoring a header is like...
Garnacho is going to be
pretty good.
playing in the under 21 soon.
What do you make of your team?
We're just 3 points at a time. That's it. We're just it's a young, very, very as you said as I said earlier in the podcast, it's the Premier League's youngest squad. So,
Bro, you can't be this humble and then win the league and then try to give it to us.
Oh, I'm gonna.
It's either now or never.
Don't
he's
come to the
waiting for
podcast.
it.
Quit the podcast.
It's either now or never.
No, I told you. Once we play Liverpool in the new year, then we got that run of games, and then maybe the last couple of weeks, I might say we might be in a. But until then, just take it a week at a time. I said it from the start. I go once we play Liverpool, and that's when that's if we're still around that top 2, top 3.
Yeah.
Then I can say.
Well, I mean, with all the performance enhancing you guys are doing,
Wait, let's go. But let's wind it back. Let's wind it back. Jackson, I just want to shout out to Jackson as well. The mentality of the group, for him to miss a couple of sitters throughout the game and then keep trying and keep shooting, and then score that goal right then. It's
I'm sorry, bro, but that Pinoir fucking defending was terrible, bro.
Pinnock.
Is it Pinnock?
But for some,
I'm like, I'm on to something.
yeah, Pinot Noir.
but for some reason, every team we play, West Ham we play.
Bro, the guy gave
and then
him
you guys
so
get
much
punched
Bro,
on.
I was thinking the same. I'm like, bro, he didn't even do anything fancy.
He did it.
He just came on, took it to the right. That's a strike. But why do strikers have to do something
Bro,
fancy?
they don't.
Pinnock
They
has
have
been
to
one of
score
the
the goal.
most
Yeah.
informed.
And he
defenders.
shat on him.
He did.
No, he's shit. Get him up.
You'd think you'd fucking apply pressure, you know?
Bro, he's 40 yards
Make him
out.
go wide.
He was making him go wide.
Hey, bro. Take a shot.
He was making him go wide.
Fuck me, bro. I reckon. Yeah, you're right,
Bro,
bro.
they play teams at the right time.
At the right
At
time.
the moment, you guys are catching everyone at the right time.
Yes.
So, all
At
right.
the
So,
moment.
if we play everyone at the right time all the way to the end of the season, and then we happen to.
Win the league,
Bro,
that's
you
what
guys
I
can only play the team that's in front of you. But
How come you guys haven't played anyone at the right time the last 5 years?
Because we're not even in the right time.
So last year you were in the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 2 seasons ago we were.
Hey, you're unreal too.
Yeah, 2 seasons ago.
That was
we
some
were.
good football 2 seasons ago.
But, bro, like,
But I'm just saying, like, in terms of even United, how come you guys never play anyone at the right time?
They do, City.
We did. We played City.
Hey, you're right, but we didn't play City at the right time. They slapped us week 1.
no, City's the only team that you haven't played at the right
Fucking
time.
slapped us.
And
And
wasn't
Liverpool.
that 1-0?
They beat us 2-0 comfortably.
sorry, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a pretty comfy game.
Was it at
But yeah,
Stamford
bro,
Bridge
please
too?
tell me.
Boys?
I want to know about the Jet.
Okay, so I was
Talk to us.
okay, so I was just researching before I got here because I knew this question was going to pop up.
X.
In October at international break, he took a supplement. No, it was international break. It confirmed. Allegedly, he took a sub. It wasn't under Chelsea's banner, or else it would have been. They would have said it. He came out. Someone came out and said, I forgot his name, because he came out and took a supplement that had traces of melanoma or something like that, which is in endurance enhancing, recovery based supplement that's banned. He's under the anti-doping regulations and rules or whatever that bullshit is. Sharapova actually took the same one, but she indirectly took it, and she only got Sharapova as a tennis
But she
player.
actually
Yeah,
plays.
she's
No, we know.
a
She
Russian.
actually plays tennis.
So she took it and indirectly, and she got banned, but it wasn't, obviously it was under different circumstances. She got banned for 15 months. Obviously Pogba got banned for 4 years. It got dropped down to about 12, 15 months as well.
Yeah.
So they're investigating it. The only positive that I can see out of this one is in August, late August, he took one and it came all clean. And then this was end of October. So in 2 months, I don't know how long it's going to be in your system or what it is and effective.
So you're trying to cheat this as well?
It's not, no cheat. It's not cheat. It's Ukrainian. Of course they're going to cheat it. But
It's Ukrainian.
I said it's Ukrainian. Of course they're going to find a way. Russia, Ukraine, they've been, it's political.
No, who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Go.
How? How's it? Russia got done in the Olympics how many times by cheating?
100%.
And they're right next to it. They're neighbours. Of course they're going
The
to.
whole documentary about
How
it.
can you talk about cheating when Turkey
guy-
produces
this
the most
guy-
counterfeit products second to China?
Unbelievable. Actually, we're better than China. 1 for 1, we're better than China.
Our replicas are better than the original ones.
Hey, Veki, I swear to God, our replicas are 1 for 1 better than Chinese ones. They're better.
Bro,
And they all do the lighter trick. 100% genuine.
100% genuine fake.
when we went, I swear to God, I was like, fuck, I think I'm actually in Givenchy. Like, give me 10
We're in the back street of some market, but I'm like, bro, I swear to God, this is Louis Vuitton.
this is better. When you pulled out the
Vuitton.
hoodies and stuff, I'm like, I swear to God, these are better than the actual store. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, after one watch, they're better though.
Bro, they're unreal. And then one wash, it turned into a bra. But I don't think I've ever wore it again. Well, you gave it to me.
They gave me 2 t-shirts, bro. They fucking went from a 4XL to like the fake sizes to like a regular fucking medium. And I was like,
I was 83 skinny then as well.
Oh, bro.
And it just fit me. And I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. I got to Australia, washed it once, and then gone. It didn't fit me ever again. I'm like, this is rubbish.
Oh, bro.
Okay, so he took traces of it, and then he's got his B sample that's going to come up now as well. So if his B sample comes out positive for that as well, he could be banned up to.
Yeah.
They're saying up to 4 years. The minimum would be till the rest of the season.
If he does get banned for 4 years, I reckon he'll come back and be no different.
He'll still have the same amount of playing
It'll
time.
still be the same,
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what,
it'll be the
same
exact same.
footballer. Yeah,
Yeah, but-
absolute shit.
But yeah, in terms of affecting the squad, it's going to be zilch.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
not
I feel genuinely bad for him because he can't come to Cobram and train. But Chelsea seem to they're backing their player so far, and they're going to get a program and training session.
Will this come down as the worst transfer in the EPL history?
Anthony is a transfer.
Well, Anthony, we can still use Anthony. We can. He's not a.
if it's
He hasn't
positive,
used substances.
Mudryk has done more in the time he's played than what Anthony
No, he
did at
hasn't.
the end of his career.
He
Yeah,
hasn't.
He has. He's been scoring
actually
bangers week in, week out.
I feel like Anthony's biggest contribution to Man United is the memes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's, I honestly, God, Anthony is the worst transfer. in
if it's
history.
positive,
The last.
it's the worst. It's
No, I
definitely
reckon
the worst Chelsea.
Mutu would be the worst if you're going to be, because he was actually having cocaine.
Yeah, he was partying.
Adrian Mutu, the
At
Romanian
least his drugs
superstar.
were party drugs.
Yeah.
God was living it up.
You know where he's still paying us till this day? His
God.
transfer fee.
Really?
Yeah, because it was his fault. They went to court and they sued him for his transfer fee. So, and he got onto a payment plan for the rest of his life.
Just let it go.
hell, yeah.
Bloke's like 70. Just let him go.
No, don't fucking do coke though. While you're playing. But while you're playing, don't do. Like
Yeah, no, I'm with Ugs on this. Just don't do it at all, man. Stay healthy.
play. You're getting millions and millions of dollars.
100%.
Look, allegedly. So I still think he's going to come out and he'll play before the end of the season. There's nothing. It's too soon.
I don't think so. The only reason I don't think so is if this was going to be a negative, I think Chelsea would have came out and given a much stronger statement. But the statement they've given is that they support the testing, they support.
But they don't know what's going on yet. It's too early to say. Like from all the reports, they said no one knows what's going on yet.
But-
It just got leaked literally yesterday.
I know, but that, bro, I'm telling you, behind the scenes, they'd know a bit more than what's being.
Well,
let
it
out.
was Ukraine. The Ukraine reporter leaked it because directly involved with the Ukraine national team.
Fair enough.
So it must have been something giving to some of the players. There probably is more players from Ukraine that have actually taken this supplement, but because no one gives a fuck about them.
Yeah, Shakhtar Donetsk players.
Yeah, so no one, like, especially that league, they'd be like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And he's the most high-profile player, obviously, in that team.
What was
But
Zinchenko?
like, do they true.
Politically, yeah, Zinchenko, yes. But everything else.
do they take into account with this testing? But is it like based on the impact that it would have? Like,
No, it's just, you just
is
can't
it
take
literally just if
doping.
it's in your blood, it's your fuck?
Yeah, that's it. It's all
I'm
it
pretty
is.
sure with doping, it's just if it's in your blood, you're done.
It's like the Essendon side.
You'd think as a professional athlete, you'd be smart about
But he had
No,
not.
bro,
Anything
it's
tainted though.
But
These
you can't-
guys
you
have
can't-
trainers, bro. If their trainers like take this, it will make you.
Yeah, so
like,
it's
They're
just
also not
tainted into
smart.
it.
Yeah.
They're footballers. Come on.
I don't know. They're half of them are dumb,
Yeah,
bro.
it's like the whole like different sport, obviously, but with the whole Aussie rules and Essendon, the whole team got done.
Yeah, but
and because their trainer told them you have to take this substance.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's
And they all
but
were
fuck Essendon.
oblivious to what they were taking and just took it.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing.
But yeah, so yeah, their trainer would be like the Ukrainian doctors or whoever they would be. It just reminds me like an evil doctor.
Nah, you remind me of, bro, you know Rocky, the movie?
Yeah.
And then you got the Russian bloke.
Ivan
And
Drago.
they're all pumping him with fucking...
He's
Ivan
like,
Drago.
they're like, take this, this is good for recovery. And he's like, yeah, all right.
Fucking
jabbing him every
Nah,
time.
all of
Yeah.
a sudden- That's what it was. I can just picture Mudryk on that treadmill.
Nah, come on, bro.
Inject yourself a test.
He's got no spirit like
Bringing
that,
it
bro.
back to the football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oogie, anything else?
Oh, no, just 3 points at a time.
Are you
Look,
gonna win the league or what?
Sorry?
You gonna win the league? Or?
No.
Bro, I want to slap the modesty out of you.
I don't like
This guy,
this.
this man is
He's
a
just-
viper, bro. I'm telling you.
Everything Maresca's
waiting.
saying and doing, he's just
Bro, they're all
just
saying
copying it.
They're all saying the same tune anyway.
Well,
Forget it,
no,
bro.
Mariska said if we're copying goals like we did then, we're not in a
up,
title
yeah.
charge.
Let's move on. Let's move on to Arsenal.
Yeah, the Arsenal game.
Unbelievable. You
Hey,
guys look
can I just
unbelievable.
say, I planned to watch that full 90 game and I started it, and about 15 minutes in, I actually fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's Arsenal these days.
I don't blame you, to be honest. The first 45 wasn't bad. Created opportunities, created chances. Odegaard could have had a goal or two.
Easy.
The second 45, though, my God, it's been a long time since I've been that, like, disappointed isn't the word, but just... I was
Frustrated.
I was sitting there watching it and I was like, why do I let this sport affect me? Like, why is this... Bro, do you know what I'm jealous of? You know the people that can watch a game, win, lose, draw, whatever. They're happy if they win, whatever, if
City
they draw.
supporters.
And then they just move on.
Berkz.
Bro, and they just move on.
Because he doesn't wake up.
They go have their weekend, they spend it with their friends, family,
Bro,
whatever, have a good time. Bro,
100%,
I'm
I
watching
agree
that
with you, bro.
game. I'm messaging Steve, our mate Steve Pals. He's like, Alpy, bro, I'm going to sleep. I'm like, bro, how can you go to sleep?
yeah.
It's the 70th minute. We're 0-0 with Everton.
was so upset,
How
Steve.
can you go to sleep now,
Steve,
bro?
bro,
I'm
I'm
like,
disappointed.
my
Come on.
blood pressure's going through the fucking roof at this
He was
point.
bored, bro. He was like, I'm done with this team. And he went to sleep.
Bro.
So, bro, that second half is probably the most, lackluster I've seen us in a while. And it was a little bit disheartening, and then it was frustrating. He made some bold subs, which, you know, if they paid off, everyone would have been like, great work. But because we ended with the draw, everyone's saying, why'd you take your captain off? Why'd you do this, you know? So, I mean, there's questions there. There's obviously questions about some players as well now. Martinelli, Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, you know, these attacking players, that they're not cutting it. Some people are trying to question Havertz, Odegaard as well. Odegaard hasn't been in the best form recently, but he still contributes so much to the team. But
Gabriel reminds me of like, do you remember Space Jam
which
where
Gabriel?
Jesus,
Yeah.
nah, not your centre back, where they took the powers from him.
Yeah.
Where he touched the ball and he went from a striker to a ball boy. I've never seen a transition that quick. The guy was potent, like it was unbelievable at City.
Yeah.
And then he came to Arsenal. He had a good start, a decent start.
No, he started on fire.
Yeah, and then he completely.
It was after his injury at the World Cup.
Yeah, it reminds me of Torres when fucking he did his knee and came to Chelsea. And then,
After exact same, bro. After he did his knee at the World Cup, it hasn't reignited. That same spark's not there.
Yeah.
But look, Everton came with the game plan.
They were so disciplined,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. So
Mind you, without their
disciplined.
best player as well.
Wait,
Dwight
they-
McNeil.
Dwight McNeil.
Yeah.
I think they got jealous. They're like, you know what? We're the original Dutch ball, so let's teach Arsenal a lesson.
How dare you score from a set piece, bro?
Play Brexit football? We'll play Brexit football. That's what they and they stamped their Brexit authority on us.
I think they're the champions at the
some,
moment.
Oh God!
It's been some time now, and because obviously I don't watch Arsenal games religiously. What are your thoughts so far on Mikel Merino? Because post that game, I was spending some time on the Arsenal sort of forums and stuff, and he copped a fair bit of criticism, Merino.
He did, but I feel like he's being made a scapegoat.
How, like, is he settling in at all? Like, what are your thoughts
No,
on his general game and stuff like that?
Look, his settling in process got affected because he came in the first training session
Shoulder,
and broke his shoulder, his collarbone. So his settling in process was probably affected. But the counter to that, not being on the field, maybe he got to experience the tactics on a board, you know, watching it on the big screen, whatever. He probably got drip fed the tactics a little bit more. So I think trying to pin this on a player that's been there for a total of 16 games, but he's only played like 7 or 8. Bit of a scapegoat sort of thing. I think there's bigger problems that we can look at with the team currently, and I think that's more so individual flair from our attackers. We need someone to help Saka. Fucking please, someone has to help Saka. There was a point where I was watching him take 5 players on, do 2 roulettes, and I'm like, fuck, someone please, like, just run, drag a defender out of position, like, do something, but we're just a little bit slow.
There's no fluidity, there's no zip, there's no quick 1-2s, it's just all a little bit slow and ponderous.
Yeah. It's all very predictable, very easy for a team like Everton to defend.
It's almost like it coincides with Odegaard's form. It's like how well he plays is how well Arsenal play type thing.
At the moment, that's what it's looking like, man. But look, there's not too much to say on this. Arteta came out and again he said, what more can you do to win? Obviously, put the ball in the net. But he also made the point that he sort of said that what's left isn't coachable. Like, he's like, I can't. To me, it was him saying like he can't coach these players. Yeah, there's no more he can coach them to win a game.
They have to come out and win.
Yeah, like, bro, we conceded 0.00 XG. Ridiculous. In the last 4 games combined, we've conceded 0.85 XG. That's across 4 games. There hasn't even been a one, like, no team in the last 4 we've played should have scored 1 goal against us. Like, defensively, amazing, rock solid.
Yeah, you are.
Going forward, the spark is missing, and he's saying that he can't do any more. Like, he's putting everyone in the right positions to do the right things, but that individual spark.
Is that Arteta hinting that there could be a chance?
Yeah, transfer window. I think that's him.
No, like him as a manager himself.
Leaving. How the hell
Leaving.
Where's he get that from?
I'm just saying. If he's come back and saying there's
I'm so bamboozled.
there's nothing I can do more.
I need to change. The club needs a change.
He's
I need to leave this club now.
He's saying that the players, he can't do any more with the attacking players.
Current crop.
Yeah, the current crop. Your Martinellis, your Trossard, your Jesus. He's saying that
Sterling.
these players, Sterling, there's nothing more that he can do with these players. And I completely agree. I think this is his way of slowly, because he's been saying it a couple of times now, a couple of interviews, whatnot. I think this is his way of saying, put your hands in your pockets.
I think
buy some players.
Yeah, I think there is a more
players.
obvious business or a transfer than the Rashford to Arsenal.
Oh, you want us to buy Rashford?
Yeah.
This is the thing. If we bought Rashford,
And I genuinely reckon he'll thrive.
and he thrives,
I reckon he thrives.
he comes to the Old Trafford, scores a banger.
He will.
Knee slides the
He
corner.
probably
I
will.
don't think Arteta would want him.
Knee slides the corner.
I think his attitude
He'll
stinks,
never
bro.
celebrate against
Bro, he
you.
doesn't have the mentality to play for Arsenal.
Will you smash the TV screen?
I reckon.
I don't think he'll ever celebrate.
No, you wouldn't. I'm joking.
I don't think he'll celebrate, but he just makes sense.
I don't
You
think
guys are lacking
A toxic player.
left side attackers.
No, we're lacking a transitional
They
threat.
got
Washed
Sterling.
player.
Yeah.
And he also said he doesn't want to leave till the end of the season either.
Who?
Sterling. He said, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Who cares?
Then he just came in.
I reckon Sterling and the Rashford dynamic on the left would be unbelievable.
Anyway, let's focus on our big game of the week. We've had enough of these boys. The big game. From 1-0 down to 2-1 winners.
What a game.
Riad, the floor
What
is
a game.
yours.
What a game.
After Urs Pineapple ASMR.
Mixed emotions. What a game of mixed emotions. I can confidently say that was our best game under Ruben Amorim. Like,
What, out of the 6 that you guys
out
have
of the
played
6 that we've played, even despite like us pumping other teams,
Who'd you pump?
pumping.
you know,
Who'd you
like
pump?
Everton, you know, teams that can beat Everton,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
you know, but
Not everyone can be.
not everyone can beat Everton. 4-0. But that was genuinely the best game tactically. Just a team performance, bro, under Ruben. And he made some massive calls prior to the game.
Yeah, let's get into that.
He made some massive calls prior to the game. It
share
could
your
have
thoughts on
really
that.
backfired.
Before you get into that, you know, for 70 minutes, City actually took the piss.
No, they didn't. No, genuinely, they didn't.
I watched the game over.
I'm genuinely saying we should have won that game 4-1.
Bro,
4-1. The penalty that should have been awarded to
Holland.
Hoyland.
Holland.
and the throw ball to Bruno, and the one where he lobbed it and missed it.
But that happens every week. So stop saying these missed opportunities. All
I'm
right?
just saying,
It was
I'm
up
just
to you.
saying.
You'd win 8-0 every week.
In a game that you need to take opportunities, this is the game that you needed to take opportunities.
I reckon they played quite comfortably for about 70 minutes, and then they imploded. City imploded at the end.
I don't think City were good at all.
They weren't good, but
Bro,
they
they
were
would
good
be
enough
good.
Especially in the second half. We were all over them.
But they were good enough to keep the lead.
And I'm so happy because in recent history, it shows you that we've had a decent start. We've gone in at half time. Clearly, the managers, hasn't gotten through to the players, and they've come out and we've completely lost it all. So for them to come out and play better than the first half was a massive step into the right.
Focusing on this most recent game.
Yeah.
Let's start with the big call that was made
Massive.
before the game even started.
Yeah.
Run us through it.
I'll be honest with you, I was shocked. I was taken back. I'm like, bro, these guys are like
So who was it?
outpaced. So it was Rashford and Garnacho.
And what was the call made?
That they were both dropped.
They
out
weren't
of
in the squad.
They
Yeah,
weren't
they
even
weren't
on the
Not in
bench.
the squad at all.
Not even in the
That
squad.
is a big call.
Massive call. Like, I get it. I thought Rashford had a really bad game, the one before, and I didn't think he was going to be a starter. But for your marquee player, you'd think he was going to be at least on the bench,
So
It's not really
And
a market.
he's your marquee
yeah.
player. Let's be honest. Like, he's your,
Well, he's no. The
Maybe
only reason
he
why
was.
he's your
He's
marquee
your
player
problem.
because he's on 350k.
and he wears the
I'm,
number 10.
I'm just saying, like, he's that. In this current generation, he's our marquee player. You're like
He's
your
not
number
marquee
10,
in practice, though.
where he's always getting like marketed, the face of United, etc., etc. So
He's stupid.
So do you think Amarin's come in,
massive.
given everyone a trial, given everyone a game time,
I
given
think-
everyone an
yeah.
opportunity,
Yeah,
and he's then made his decision
he's made his decision.
that Rashford and Garnacho
Yeah.
are not good enough?
I don't know if it was based on good enough. I'm not sure if it's based on because he clearly came out and he said it wasn't a disciplinary, it wasn't a disciplinary choice. Like, I didn't select these players based on discipline, okay? But again, there's been rumours that these players or a couple of these players were out after midnight partying. And you can also play on the fact that they're not really performing. But for him to come and just drop him out of the squad was massive. And he could have backfired, bro. Because I'm telling you, if we hadn't got the 3 points, he would have been fucking crucified.
Well, no, I reckon
Genuinely
Garnacho was
speaking.
dropped because his goose brother on Twitter.
So that's what,
leaking.
yeah. So clearly, there's been like there's been these message conversations. So I think that could be Garnacho's undoing, and I think Rashford probably midnight antics going out, maybe not performing is also his undoing. But at the same time, I also reckon Ruben is trying to like get everyone ready for the future, and is trying to tell people that we can win games without these players.
So do you think, obviously, he's made such a big call here
Massive.
with Rashi and Garner.
Yeah.
If it hadn't paid off and you'd lost, do you think the fan base potentially could have not turned on him, but maybe questioned
absolutely.
his decision to not include those
100%.
players at least in the squad?
At least in the squad, because you guys saw last week, I was absolutely criticising Rashford. Yeah,
and we criticised Garnacho.
obviously collectively, you guys always yeah. So it was a shock for me to see him not listed even in the squad, as a sub, because if we're not performing and you want to look at your bench, who do we choose from?
Yeah.
That was my argument.
Yeah. So
But honestly, we did play better without him. I think as a team, as a collective, I think we played better. There wasn't many unforced errors, which was like kind of killing our rhythm for the last few weeks. And yeah, so I reckon this is hey guys, get ready without a life without Rashford. But Garnacho, I think that's nothing. I reckon it was disciplinary with Garnacho.
This is what I
The
mean,
whole
like,
league.
because he is your luxury player. He can win games off his own boot.
Own boot, yeah.
But
Is
he
that
can
Rashi?
also, like, with his toxicity and negativity and body, Rashford. But I mean, you can kind of put them both in the same basket. They can win your games
Could you
off their own boot.
Yeah,
but as a
finish what you're
coach,
saying.
you're like, you don't want a player that's all about himself.
Yeah.
You want a player that's there for the team,
For the
working
team.
up and down.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, do you want a player that can be a 7 out of 10 most games?
Yeah.
Or do you want a player that can be a 9 out of 10, but can also be a 2 out of 10 at times?
Yeah.
So it's
Can I
like,
ask you a
what do you
question?
prefer as a coach?
Yeah, go for it before I say something. Go.
Are you guys a title challenge now?
I think our top 4 hopes are still alive.
Whoa, wow.
You think you're going to make top 4?
I genuinely, and I'm not trying to be
Look at the
delusional.
camera and tell them you're gonna make
I'm
top
not honestly. I'm not here for any clickbait or being delusion.
You gotta look in the
know.
camera and say
I
this, like,
genuinely
this is-
reckon we're still a hope for top 4.
This is worse than Alpy's
Genuinely
mini league
speaking.
comment.
Like honestly, we're 2 wins away.
have a
We're
fight
2 wins
after
away
that.
from 5th. We're 2 wins away from 5th.
You know, last time you said that, you said we're only 4 points behind Chelsea.
Yeah, I know. And now, fuck it, we're worlds apart. But look,
good.
you can't really interpret. You can't really understand what goes through Amorim's head. You can kind of make assumptions.
I'll back you, bro.
I think dropping Rashford and maybe dropping Garnacho so the focus isn't on just one player. You know what I mean? So not one player's getting criticised. So he's like has 2 stars out of the squad.
He's laying down the law, basically.
Start a little bit.
I was gonna say.
In his conference, he came out and they obviously questioned him. And he quotes, they are fighting for the places, but for me, it's important for me the performance in training, the performance in game, the way you dress, the way you eat, the way you engage with the teammates, the way you push your teammates. Everything is important in our context in the beginning of changing a lot of things. When people in our club are losing their jobs, we have to put the standards really high.
You reckon he's saying bring Ronaldo back? Because he exemplifies all that, pretty much.
Yeah, true. Ronaldo was obviously talking about diet and the way we eat and training and stuff like that.
And Eric
But
Terrace hard kicked
I think this is the best time to get rid of Rashford. He was a great player.
Right.
It's
and
been
then-
six coaches.
Yeah.
Not
then-
including interims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, we were all leaning towards Rashford coming towards his end, at United, and bang, it's confirmed. I believe it came out today saying that he's ready
Yeah,
for a
that
new
is.
challenge.
Yeah.
Where's he going to go?
Focusing on maybe the positives a bit.
Yeah.
Amad Diallo, the new wonder kid.
What a star.
The new United wonder kid.
What a
There's
star.
been a long list of them. Some have succeeded. Some have maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But what do you make of his explosion?
His
onto the-
rise?
Yeah, his explosion.
About
It's
time.
been very boom.
Yeah, it's about time. I think Ahmad has been crying for an opportunity for a very long time. Ollie actually signed Ahmad, believe it or not, and it was a pretty random signing because there wasn't much talks about it. There wasn't any rumors. It just happened suddenly. We signed him and Facundo Pellistri at the same time when we didn't lack attacking depth. Okay, we still had when you had your Lingards and your Rashford and your Martials and all those plays basically
Guns.
in their prime. Yeah, they were.
world stoppers.
So they were a bit of a confusing signing, but mate, things are meant for a reason.
He's
bro.
a good.
How old is he?
22.
He's
He's still young.
21, 22. We signed him when he was 18. We obviously loaned him out.
Only one person to blame for this is Eric Ten Hag for not playing him for the last year and a half.
It's weird because Eric Ten Hag actually brought him up to the scene. So especially this season, he was our number one talked about player during
but
preseason.
He didn't play him for most.
Yeah. So he was our number
Wasn't
one.
that Manu?
No, not me. No.
Manu's
no,
finished,
no,
bro.
forgot
Manu's
about him.
finished, Manu's
No,
finished,
mate, no.
bro.
We're talking
Manu's
about
done.
Ahmad
Has he
now.
played lately?
Yeah, he came on.
When,
Came on when
So
Mount
he
got
feels
injured.
like he's so
when
irrelevant
Mount got
now.
injured, he came on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Like
he was
talk
just
about him.
Because I realised he was shit.
He actually played a really good game. But he was our number one talked about player during the preseason. He showed really promising signs. Apparently, we had offers for him, which we all rejected because we had the plans of him being part of our future. So, and then Ten Hag being Ten Hag, dropped him.
Absolute terror.
I feel like United fans are like, Andy from Toy Story, where it gets
With
one
another
toy,
analogy.
gets one toy and then just forgets about the other one. So it's like as soon as Ahmad comes on, scores a goal, they're like, oh, don't worry about Manu. And then as soon as Garnacho does like a rainbow flick or a sidestep or something,
Yeah.
oh, don't worry about Ahmad. Garnacho's a new guy. Just keep
well,
chopping and changing.
Is it a case
Woody
of
has a nightmare.
back your players, bro.
Is it a case of Ahmad playing great or everyone else not being of the required standards, so he kind of stands out?
Nah, because
He's doing like he's not like don't get me wrong, he's a great player and he's doing well so far, but
Yeah.
he's not doing anything where you go, wow, like I've never seen that before.
No.
He's like picking up the ball, running at players, dribbling.
Yeah.
It's what you would expect from
it's
a
what you
United
expect
standard
that
player.
but the players haven't been doing it.
But that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
is his greatness from the fact that everyone else is so average?
But you also got to you got to give him credit that he single-handedly won us the game against City. When we needed a player to step up, he stepped up.
Every United wonder kid just does what a regular player does. And because it's in a United shirt, everyone hypes it up massively.
It's almost like they're in a bubble of confidence of their own.
Yeah, literally. You know, like they come on the scene, they throw 2 step overs, they get past the player and they hit a shot, and everyone's like, oh, the new
The
star.
kid,
Oh. And then 6 months later, they're gone, and someone else does the same thing. Like, bro, Garner exploded onto the scene.
He's still
Please.
exploding on the scene.
Is it because
bro.
it's
He still is.
He wasn't convinced when he said it.
Garner popped, bro.
Bro, Garner wastes a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
If he was clinical and cleaner with the ball, he'd be on double his GA at the moment.
And if I had, anyway.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
my nan had balls, she'd be my grandpa.
You gotta give credit where it's due. I'm just saying.
No, he's unreal. I agree with you 100%.
We do, yeah.
For a player that age, with the pressure of United on his shoulders,
But
What pressure?
You know what?
14.
I don't know, yeah.
bro, you've got the pressure of United, the biggest club.
But again,
in the
going
world.
back to standards though too, like you guys aren't at the standard you were at years ago. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
the standard is
100%.
like this is like the bottom of the toilet water.
100%,
And Ahmad
yeah.
just sits above that. That's why he's so. You know what I mean? That's why he looks better than he is. He's
Honestly,
not a bad player,
Ahmad
but
looks like honestly, on all
Ahmad will start over Palmer at Chelsea, mate.
Anyway, I was gonna say,
Wow, say that.
Sancho's performances
Look at
week
the
in,
camera
week
say that,
out
bro.
is probably better than Ahmad, but because Ahmad's
No, bro.
playing
There's
for a
no
shit
pressure.
team,
There's no pressure when you play for Chelsea, bro. You've got a team of all stars.
I think anyone.
They're playing with vibes at the moment, bro. They're winning games.
I would argue there's more pressure now because we're the one, even amongst us, every 2 minutes we'll see this guy go.
Yeah, it's
well,
Arnold. We're
squad,
trying
you know
to
what I
fucking
mean?
put him
Like,
under the pump.
Boys-
But there's more pressure on United because we are 13th.
Can
we
we,
are having our worst season.
you guys are just shit. Anyway,
So,
Can we-
I've got stats. I've got stats
Can we
as well.
circle around?
Yeah.
Can we just talk about City? 1 win in 11 games.
oh, they're in trouble.
Wow.
What we've never. This is unprecedented. You know, what is going on? Is Pep,
Their defense.
Is Pep enjoying being just like a normal guy now?
Maybe,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, this is unprecedented.
It's like, I'll give you another analogy. Sorry,
Yeah, give us another analogy.
It's like when Clark Kent, towards the end of his this TV show series, lost all his powers.
Yeah.
and
Is it
Lex
like- is it
Luthor
like
came in.
Smallville or-
Lex Luthor came in,
Yeah.
and it's like a multiverse. He came in and tried to kill him, and then when he realized he was just a normal human, he just looked at him and he's like. He goes, why the fuck do you want to be a normal human? You're not Superman anymore. It's not even worth. He didn't even try and kill him. He just goes, enjoy your life.
They're just
I think Pep's like
okay.
Pep was Superman, but he actually wants to enjoy his normal life. So he decided to become a normal manager and maybe have a kid or something like that. And he's just like,
He's got daughters. His daughters like 20.
no, but I'm just saying that's the analogy. So he's just like, let me live a normal life like every other peasant, peasant
Let me
manager
go
around
manage
here.
Crystal Palace.
Before we get onto the topic of City, I've got some stats here, okay?
Yep.
With Garner and Rashford and our win-loss ratio.
Yep.
All right. 95 games with both stars play, 52.6% win rate, 28.4% loss rate. The 41 games when just one of the players play, 61% win rate, 24.4% loss rate. The games where neither of these players play, 67% win rate, 0% loss rate.
So get rid of both.
So, I'm not saying get rid of both of them, but I'm just saying
Get rid of Rashford.
Rashford will not be missed
Rashford.
at United.
Learn Arabic.
he's-
Is that what
he's
you're saying?
Rashford.
Learn Arabic.
I feel like this is
he's a United legend.
I feel like this is the bad part of
I reckon he's going to Arsenal, bro, or PSG.
I feel like in a lot of circles, people focus on stats. Like just the eye test. When I look at him play, I'm like, fuck, this guy needs to move on.
I reckon Arteta can unlock him.
There is literally
Someone can.
0% chance that he comes to Arsenal
there's
purely for his wages.
I feel like
No one is paying him 350 grand a week.
he hasn't played good football in about 5 years, I reckon.
Since that last
No,
one.
he's
This guy's
got-
been harping up his
3
season.
seasons-
What was it?
2
30 goal
seasons ago,
season?
he had a...
But he gives you the
20
feels that
GA.
football's not even important to him
21,
anymore.
22.
Yeah, that's his.
It's kind of like I've made it. It's like,
Vibes. That's it.
yeah, vibes. Like
Because
I've
I'm
made
making
it. I
money out
don't
of
need
this
to do
shit,
any more
whatever.
work.
I haven't won
what-
anything in my
when I
career,
look at him
but-
as a player, and probably like Sterling as well. Like that's what I like.
Yeah, no, they're both finished.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
that's
reckon
different.
his
Sterling's won
downfall was
Huh?
Sterling's won everything, but that's the difference.
Yeah, that's true. as well.
his downfall is when he broke up with his childhood sweetheart.
He's got a new one. He's got a new one now.
Yeah, he's got fucking Love Island.
He
this
also
week, that.
crashed his Mansouri.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
You know what? Every time he looks like he's in trouble, he always uploads charity work. That's what I've noticed as well.
Yeah.
It's like us and our kits. As soon as the
Unbelievable.
results go a little bit funny, new
Yeah,
retro
new-
kit. New retro kit
New
comes out.
varsity jacket, yeah.
That clouds Alpy's judgment. While he's when the bad result happens, he's fishing and then he sees a retro kid. He's like, "Oh, I like it."
And before we move on to the city again, I genuinely from the bottom of my heart believe Ruben Amorim is going to take us back to the glory days.
He's definitely not.
What is that
Wow.
top six?
Genuinely, hey,
Top six?
this season
No, I'm saying like, is he going to
general.
take you back to top six? Like,
he
is that
will
what we're
take
talking?
it. He will win us the league
Wait,
in about
he will
2,
never
3
win you
years.
the
time.
Let's not look 2
2-3
years
years
ahead.
time. He
2
says.
to 3 years time.
I'm gonna say this now.
United
No.
are back.
You will never
and
win.
I'm
Wow.
claiming it
in
right
2 to
now.
3
Can I
years,
say-
years time, he'll be sacked.
Yeah, can I say
Yeah.
Arsenal, Liverpool will win the league before you guys will win it.
You guys will never win the league playing 3-4-3.
No.
You
Forget
will
about-
never win the league playing
Forget about
3-4-3.
2 to 3 years
Only
from now.
Conte can do that.
What's
with
the next
Chelsea.
game? Are you going to win the next game is the question. Is this going to flow on to the next game?
Conte didn't do it in the 4-3-3.
United, this was a
Yeah, he did
massive.
wing-backs, five,
this was
yeah.
a massive confidence boost, and
Who have you got next?
to be honest, we have.
Who do you have in the cup tomorrow?
We have.
You got Crystal Palace. I
Tottenham.
don't
We've
think they're
got.
playing
We've
tomorrow.
got Tottenham. Okay.
You get battered
in the
by
Premier League or in the
Five.
Cup?
No, you got Tottenham away,
Yeah,
don't you?
no. Yeah, we've got Tottenham at the at Tottenham Stadium,
Yeah.
and then in the Prem we've got Wolves. Okay. I think both games are away.
They got Southampton. You got Crystal
believe.
Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah. But bro, we should be confident. We should be going to Tottenham, and we should be able to win.
What happens
We just
if-
beat City
what happens if
at
you
the
lose tomorrow,
Etihad. Hey,
When they implode again, like they do
What
every
happens if
fucking
you
3
lose
weeks.
Nah,
tomorrow? Or
we're back.
The next game.
United is back, and I'm calling it
just
now.
touching on a couple other results. Obviously, we had the Spurs demolition, and I can't think of any others. So who
Well,
cares?
did you see this? The Southampton fan. He was like he's blind. He left at 23rd. minute.
yeah, I saw that. He took his glasses off and he walked out.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to hear this anymore." And he just walked out. That's when you knew he was getting sacked. Apparently, they sacked him right after the game.
Yeah, I don't blame him, man.
surprised.
I
See you
don't
later.
think they've won a game this season.
That's
all
it.
right, boys. Let's move it on. We've got a segment by Ugs.
Yes.
Ugs, you want to run this?
Yeah. So we're doing. I've just got about 8 options of start, sell, start, bench, sell. So it's going to be 3 players. It's going to be on current form only, guys. So it's not going to be from 5 years ago or when he signed. It's on form players.
Player Mud, bench Palmer, Sal Sancho.
Well, the first one.
Well, the first one actually. So we're doing. So we got Garnacho. All right, this is the best under 21 players at the moment. So Garnacho, Phil Foden, or Eze.
Bro, I swear to God, Foden's like fucking 25 years old.
It's not under 21s, but I'm just saying out of these 3 choices,
Yep.
who would you start, who would you bench, and who would you sell? We'll start with Alpy. We'll just have a look.
Well, I mean, Ghana just won the Puskas Award today. He literally just won the
he just did,
2024
yes,
Puskas.
yeah, he did, yeah.
But I would start Foden, I'd bench Eze, and I'd definitely sell Garnacho.
You get 30, 40, 50 million for
I
it.
would
Wow.
get rid of Garnacho.
It makes sense, though.
In a
You do.
heartbeat.
Talking about current form,
Yeah,
Right
of
now,
course.
today.
I'll start Garnacho.
Wow.
Brother, Foden with one leg would still start over Garnacho.
I'd bench Eze and I'd sell Foden.
Sell
On
Foden,
current
bro.
form.
Wow.
Because you get a lot of money.
current
You get a lot of money you can spend elsewhere in your club. Just
right.
act like this is your club and you have to sell one. Yeah. So just do it that way. What would you reckon?
I'm probably going to go the same as Alpy on this one. I would not, I still don't reckon he doesn't have the temperament to be a professional footballer, I feel like.
No, I agree.
He just,
So eyebrows are too straight.
The mental aptitude.
He's not, yeah.
I thought we were talking about.
His lips are too plump.
James Charles, bro.
Look, and his brother's an absolute goose on Twitter. If he sees me, I comment on it all the time. I always comment that I go, mate, you're a goose. I hate his brother on Twitter.
Bro.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I mean, on that alone, you'd obviously start Foden and, bench Eze. But Garnacho,
Wow, so you're selling Ghana.
of course
I'm
I
going to
am,
go
bro.
a little bit
Bro.
different on this one because, like on form, I don't think any of these players are. Yeah, I don't think any of these players are necessarily on form. I think a lot of people forget how good Eze is as a player, and I think that has a lot to do with how good Palace are. I think overall Palace are pretty shit this season. So I would actually start Eze. I would bench Foden and I'd get rid of Garnacho purely because I think Foden's played for Pep and he likes his players to work as well off the ball. I don't think Garnacho works off the ball at all.
Can I just say, Eze scored 1 goal this year, and that's cost us 2 points. That's it. That's the only goal he scored this year, and that's a worldie against us.
You know what? I'd probably change. I'd probably do what you just said, Bex. I forgot this was on.
Bro,
current
he's
form.
done nothing.
No, that's what I mean. I forgot it was current
Yeah,
form.
but Garnacho doesn't start for his club. He got dropped.
He does. It's one game, bro.
Why would we start him if he doesn't
Why
start
would
for
I want
United?
someone who's going to leak my lineup every week?
He's new. It's got fucking nothing to do with his performance.
Yeah, everything's off.
It's everything, yeah.
Because it's affecting his
That's what I'm
performance right
saying.
now.
He doesn't have the temperament to be a professional footballer.
I got a text message from Elite 11. Sponsor me.
All right, so we've got the best left. I just did left wingers.
I already know what I'm
So we're doing. Obviously, starts a bench cell. We've got Luis Diaz, Hung Song Ming, and we've got Anthony Gordon.
Son Min Hung.
So we've got 3 of
Can
them
we
left
rotate
wingers.
this from this side?
But this time we'll start with Veki because obviously his star man is there.
I think purely on form, at this point you've got to pick Son. I know you had a miss last week, but he's been playing great for Tottenham of late. I would probably start Son. Ooh, this is a difficult
So
one.
this one's a tough one because they all have hot streaks.
Bench Gordon and sell Diaz based on current form because Diaz has not been good at all.
They have hot streaks.
Wow, coming from a
I
Liverpool.
Not really, because
supporter.
Gakpo has got something, like 7 goals in the
Yeah.
last 10 games?
You know what? I
Last
rate that,
10
Vex.
games, yeah.
Wow,
I rate that.
Vec.
That's a
E.
proper fan, right?
Yeah, I rate
guys.
that. I rate
That's
that.
purely objective.
Yeah, I rate it.
Moment.
All right, well, Berkz, these are left wingers. Just all right. So
Are you sure? Yeah.
Well, the one in the red plays for the team you
Which one
support.
is which one? Which
Or don't
one's
support,
Ugur?
depending on what time the game
I
is.
was going to put him in bowler, but I'm like, he's not a left winger.
Honestly, you already know what I feel about this bloke. I fucking hate that.
That's why I put him in.
He's going straight to sell. I don't give a shit.
Bro, that bloke is coming to Liverpool. You know that.
I hope to
He
God he doesn't,
suits
bro. I
Liverpool
might.
so
Signed a new deal. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, thank God. All right,
he's not
I
going
hope he
anywhere.
doesn't come. I don't know. This is hard. Oh, it's like current form. Yes, Diaz hasn't been the greatest. He had a good start to the season, but last month or two or few months, I'd say he's not been performing. So I don't know if I do Liverpool bias and say start him and bench Son or start
Still,
Son
bro,
and
back
bench.
yourself.
I mean, bro, you do you.
But you know what? I'm going to say current form and also what he's done in the Prem versus what Diaz has done in the Prem. Probably Son starts, he gets benched. But he definitely gets sold. He can get put straight in the bench.
Can I just say after that? Can I just add? I would never start Songmin. But anyway, let's go.
yeah.
Son Min. He's had 3 different names.
In current form, I'm starting Gordon. I'm benching Diaz, and I'm selling Son.
Wow.
Yeah, I am completely on board with Riad. I would start.
Bro, you
Gordon.
literally said you're on board with me.
No, he said
This one, bro.
He said he respects. He said he
I
respects.
said I respect what you said because I wouldn't start Diaz either. But I would start Gordon. There's no way any player that's played for Tottenham is getting anywhere near my team.
We're not talking about that, though.
No,
We're
I
talking
don't
about
care, bro.
That's it. He just got
No,
back
I
his
am.
I don't
I
care,
am.
bro.
I said that's why I sold him.
Gordon, I would say Gordon's definitely the most in form out of those 3 right now.
Parky Son's been pretty good though.
Nah, but he also fucking missed. He also missed open opportunities against Chelsea just a week ago.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, but his last game, he was fucking amazing.
Who cares? Who they play?
Southampton.
Yeah.
he scored.
How do you know to go against Southampton? Did you guys win that game?
He scored 2, yeah?
Yeah.
He scored 2. But no, I'd go Gordon first.
bro.
I'd bench Diaz. Because I feel like Diaz unpredictability, it does create a little bit of chaos.
But I think, like, overall as a player, whether it's free kicks, whether it's shooting, overall Son is a better player than
yeah,
Gordon.
but he also has that cock and ball on his chest. So he's not getting anywhere near
I
my
swear
team.
to God, I wouldn't start him at all.
No, he wouldn't even
He's
be
had
on.
2 good games this whole year.
Son-
He's been absolute shit house. I don't even.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Anthony, look, the
guy's
I
done,
shouldn't
bro.
get involved.
He's
I'm the
31.
guy that's running it.
No, give us your
He's
opinion.
32, bro.
32, yeah.
Anthony starts, Diaz on bench, and that song, whatever his name is sold. That's it.
I agree.
I don't care about. I don't go off the last game. I go off this season's form. And this season he's been shit.
How many Tottenham games you watched?
Every game I've watched, he's been shit, except the Southampton game. So maybe a group of like 3 games.
Bro, I swear to you, if you and
He's
I,
been shit in Europa,
Veki, Berkz,
bro.
and Alpy were playing against Southampton, we would have probably put in 5 away as well.
So this is.
But that was so bad.
They're bad, bro. I swear to God, I've watched every Europa League game because they're with Fernand, and he's been shit in every single game. He played against Rangers and he couldn't fucking kick a ball.
Bro, Rangers dominated.
Yeah, but he came on, or I think he got subbed off early or came on early, and he was shit.
Yeah.
Like he's been trash, man.
No, I think that other one's all right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay,
This
the
one.
best centre backs. No, not the best.
Nah,
centre
bro,
backs.
this is pretty easy.
Come on,
bro.
Alpy, let's
this
see
is
objectivity.
Me? No,
Nah, of course it's.
I feel like this one's easy.
today,
Well, I had to put centre backs.
Today
in there,
on
bro. What do you want to
form-
do?
the first two can go either way. Some people would start Saliba, some would start Van Dijk. If I'm signing a player for my team, I'd sign Saliba purely for age
Yeah.
because he's younger. But I would start Van Dijk, I would bench Saliba, and I would sell
Really?
Diaz.
I don't think that's shocking.
Today.
Okay.
I don't think Diaz has ever talked about as much as Saliba and Van Dijk in terms of defending. I don't think he
just
was
think
ever
could've
discussed
found
in
could've
that
found a
like
third centre
crop.
back.
No, I was. Bro, I rate Diaz.
You should have put Terry in there.
Yeah, but that's
Bro,
not.
Bro, if
we're
anything,
talking
like-
about current form here. We're not talking about
Diaz just gave away.
their fucking
Well,
career.
They've been shit then. recently, haven't
I'll
they?
keep it.
He's in the world. No,
exactly
he's in
how it
this
is.
FIFA World 11.
No,
No.
Saliba is.
No,
I will keep
Diaz
it.
is in there as well.
I will keep
Yeah,
it
Diaz is
exactly
in
how it is. I'm starting my Lebo brother here, Saliba.
Shout out. Hopefully you follow us.
And I'm benching Van Dijk. It's got nothing against Van Dijk. I just believe Saliba's been extraordinary and he's been coming clutch with his, for Arsenal.
what have
he's
you
been
been
scoring
watching?
goals. Bro, he's been
Saliba's
scoring
been unreal,
goals.
bro.
He's literally been a one man, one team player. Like,
No, Gabriel's been better, but
bro, Saliba's been fucking clutching and scoring goals left, right,
Gaby's
centre.
been
bro.
injured, bro. He hasn't been playing.
Here's what I think. I think if you take Saliba and Van Dijk and you swap them around,
Nothing changes.
I think Liverpool struggle massively.
No, nothing changes.
But I think
Liverpool, yeah.
No, I don't think anything changes.
I think
And I'm saying there's nothing against Van Dijk. I'm just saying, in current form and the impact that Saliba's having right now, especially with like,
but don't forget,
offensively-
Saliba plays together with a much better defensive unit. Plus, they got more solid midfield players, including Rice covering.
This is where I need to jump in because he's been playing with a makeshift back four for the majority of this season.
Yeah, but the depth of those defenders is still greater than Liverpool's.
Bro,
and I'm selling Diaz because
Thomas
he's
Partey,
absolutely shit house.
Kyrgios, Timber, Zinchenko, like these aren't.
Yeah, but how many signings alone do you have in that back line where you can
All of
swap them
are
around?
injured. All of
Like
them are
we're
injured.
playing
We got,
Kwanzaa.
yeah, who we got?
Just
We
as
got-
a comparison.
We're stringing together a
What I'm
defense,
trying to
I
say is the only thing that would change if you swap the clubs those two players played for, Liverpool would lose experience and leadership, but they wouldn't lose anything on the ball or anything as an individual defender.
So you think Saliba's just as dominant in the air and all of those kind of things as well,
100%.
in duels, one-on-ones?
Yep.
He's
Bro,
a freak.
Saliba doesn't get
Because
beat
I feel like Gabriel's more solid than Saliba in that department.
No, Gabriel's more combative. He's more physical, but Saliba doesn't get beat one-on-one.
You also got to remember, Saliba is how old?
23.
23.
he's so young.
That's why I
Van
said
Dijk at 23 was playing for who? Southampton or Rangers?
Or Celtic.
Maybe in Celtic,
Or
yeah.
Celtics or whatever the fuck?
I think it was
He
Southampton.
What a
peaked.
turnaround, though.
He peaked in his late 20s. And obviously,
Unbelievable.
and he was unbelievable. So Saliba's got years to come.
Well, it's not about
And he
age,
could
it's just-
potentially
But-
be one of or the best centre back in the world.
I still reckon Van Dijk's got years to go as well.
The
though.
reason why I'm
He's still
saying...
got years to go as well, though. He's not
Who,
like
Van Dijk?
yeah. he's
Because I'm also
peaked late, but-
factoring
Yes,
in
he
international
does.
form. Because Saliba gets exposed for France, Van Dijk doesn't get exposed for Netherlands.
That's good.
So that's why I said if you swap the two around,
Hopefully
I think
he never
different
plays for
story.
France ever again.
He does get exposed a bit because the defensive unit around him is not built
Not
around
as good.
him. Yeah, and he does like the last couple of France games.
He's been unreal.
No, but he has a couple of mistakes in there as well.
Because you put
He
Robertson
has.
around him and Trent on the other side, and maybe like a Gomez.
yeah.
On
Canada's
current
injured.
form,
I think he
though,
struggles.
On current form, yeah.
On current form, I'd have Maguire over everyone, bro.
Who are you picking?
What a performance, bro.
No,
Wow.
honestly,
But he
he's not in
literally
the top
got
10.
Haaland, he fucking pocketed him.
The same way all
He went home,
the-
he got changed, and he's like, bro, what's that noise? What's that noise? Humble, stay humble.
Stay
What the
humble.
fuck is that? And then he goes, bro, he went in his laundry basket. He's like, oh, what the fuck? What are you doing here, bro? I forgot about you.
I wish I had the meme of him as Jerry and Tom. Tom and Jerry.
You know what would be a,
that's
you
how
know,
he keeps sending.
I
That
wish I had
face,
it.
yeah.
you know what would be a good one? Saliba, Van Dijk, and
Martin.
Guardiola.
Nah.
Well, luckily he's a left back.
He's a centre back playing.
No, it's
He's
my,
playing.
my game,
Anyway,
mate.
Berkz,
Oh,
Berkz, what do you reckon?
I'm gonna go. Van Dijk starts. I reckon.
Fucking so
Van Dijk
unprofessional.
starts for me, bro.
Then I'm like,
Who cares, bro?
Is that why the pineapple's there?
No.
Is it to take the piss? I like that though.
It is. It's to take the piss.
I start Van Dijk purely because similar to what Vex was saying. If you take him out of our team, I reckon we don't have as many points as we have right now. Like he covers that left side
Can I make?
when Robbo's been shit anyway. He's the saviour, if anything.
Can I jump in?
Can you just tell us?
Alpy, just let him finish.
No, because you guys lost him when Pickford done his ACL,
Yeah, yeah.
and your season was finished.
Finished. Yeah.
Same thing with us. 22-23, Saliba went out in the Europa League game, and we crumbled. We were 6 or 7 points clear of City, and we ended up losing. In like 6 weeks, we lost the title. So, I'm telling you, it's the same impact.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, the player is that
I think
important.
you're way up
You know
Yeah.
what?
Team.
We should make a poll. We should make a poll in our Insta.
I'll click
Are they
this.
on par?
Clip this and ask the fans what they believe on current form. Who should they start, bench, and sell?
I'm not saying Saliba's shit, obviously. He's a good player.
Because this is a hot take.
But I still reckon, just in terms of longevity and his current form as well, it's not like he's been shit this season.
No,
Van Dijk. Like,
I started Van Dijk.
I think I would still start him purely because I know, like, without him in our squad, specifically our squad, like as a Liverpool fan, if he leaves the house, like if he's out of the match squad for the day, I reckon we're fucked.
I would have loved to pause time, let Saliba catch up to Van Dijk's age, and then have this discussion.
Yeah, that would make more sense. It'd be more
But-
baseline.
Trajectory given, he would have a couple more prems, hopefully. You know, like he could have a trophy haul at the end of this.
Yeah. I'm not like mentioning trophies necessarily. I'm saying like player development through
okay.
time.
Yeah.
Like what else can he add to his game?
Yeah.
Because he's still like very young. Like,
Yeah, very, very young. But that's fair. So you're starting Van Dijk. You're
Start, bench, and yeah, Diaz can.
Bex. I'm going to guess you're the same.
It depends on the scenario. It's like if you have just one final and it's Champions League final and you need to start one versus if you've just, as you said, like signed someone. If I'm a coach and I want to sign someone, yeah, I'd probably like start Saliba because this guy's getting on. But if it's a once-off game that I want to win, I feel like you have to start with Van Dijk. Just his influence, his leadership, his just overall game. I don't think he gets enough credit on the ball at all. I think a lot of people mention like his positioning and his defensive ability and his one-on-ones. On the ball, I think he's terrific.
Plus his aura unmatched.
It just makes it look easy. You know what I mean?
He's good looking. He smells good according to other people.
apparently, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
His aura defending.
Remember that was a thing for a
Yeah,
while.
when he used to jockey people out of the stadium.
All right, we'll go next one.
oh, you didn't let me finish, bro.
Oh, sorry.
If
okay.
I just talk, what do you
Very
say?
easy. Start Van Dijk.
Thank you.
Bench Saliba. Diaz shouldn't even be in this conversation.
I agree.
Guys, for future reference, can we just fucking pick?
All right, Berkz, start us
All right,
off.
this is a left back.
Oh.
Best left backs in the league.
If you're talking
Get
about
to start,
fullbacks,
bench,
if you're
sell.
talking about fullbacks, Ugur needs to be in there, bro. I can't do this.
Do you even know the names?
Yeah, of course. That's Ugur, isn't it? Nah, this is Riad's favourite player.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
he's
well,
not. He's not.
Fuck,
The same jersey you got.
Fuck, I hate all of these cunts.
Well, it's about bench, start, sell, bro.
It's not about who you like most. I'm going to say based on current form, I'll start him, even though he's a knob.
Goldilocks, long jockey
Goldilocks.
hair.
Yeah, I'll shake it.
I saw this footage on Twitter of him defending
Scared
one
the
of
fuck out
Brentford
of me.
players, and he was like pulling on their shirt and shit.
Bro, you scared the fuck out of me. Yeah.
Didn't he present the head injury as well?
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
he
he
just
ran
like,
into it.
oh, on purpose. He's
Bro,
a
that was
knob.
unreal.
He's
So
an absolute knob.
you're starting Kuku?
I'll start Cuckoo. I'll
Cuckoo,
bench Guardiola.
Cucurella.
He's still dead. Like he's still a player.
Paella.
And Dalo, I don't know. What's he done?
The
What does he
the
do?
best.
What has he done, bro?
Save Riad for last for this.
I just don't see. He might have been their best
Oh,
player
bro.
pre-Amarim landing in. For
No,
the
he
first
was the
3
best
games
player
of-
for about 90
for the
minutes
first
when
3
he was
games
on.
of the
Yeah.
season. That's what I mean. And then now he's just, where is he now? What does he do? I don't know. So yes, I mean it's in order, isn't it? Start bench sell. That's fine.
I'd start Guardiola. I think he, yeah. I don't think there's really much needed to explain why he would start. The guy scored the second most goals for City after Haaland. Like,
Yeah, he does.
ridiculous.
Pretty crazy, yeah.
I'd bench.
Such a well.
Can I bench myself in this scenario and just not have the other two in my team? So, no, I'd bench Kuku and I'd I wouldn't even sell him. But I'd put him out.
21s.
Like garage sale.
The minis.
Bro, I'd put him in a garage sale out the front. Like, you know how you can get the council to pick up the trash? I'd put him out on the
rubbish.
strip.
Hard rubbish. Yeah.
I'd actually donate him to the salvos. I swear I would.
Yeah, so I'm starting Guardiola, bench Cuckoo, and get rid of the low.
I'm really keen to see.
Well, first thing to note is there's 2 traditional fullbacks and 1 centre-back playing fullback. Based on form, undeniably, you have to pick Cucurella to start. I would bench Guardiola because he can play fullback and centre-back, so functionality, plus he's a good player. I haven't picked him to start purely because of the amount of defensive mistakes, because most people look at his City goals. They don't look at his City performances overall.
Should have cleared that one off the line against United.
Yeah, so start Cuckoo, bench Guardiola, and sell Dello.
Don't you reckon he looks so Ottoman in this photo?
Go through yours, and then I have a question for you guys.
All right. Based on current form, Guardiola has been arguably City's best player. What?
Based on what? The 3-minute highlights that you see?
No, he's been the best player. He's
Bro, he
scoring
makes
goals.
so many fucking defensive errors. He's one of the reasons why they're
Doesn't
conceding
matter.
so many.
I would still start
Bro, his
Guardiola.
primary job is to defend.
Bro,
Yeah, not to score.
Walker has been the biggest liability for City.
That unit as a whole has. Including Guardiola.
Guardiola is, I reckon he's fucking playing unreal.
Yeah.
Despite fucking City's downfall. I reckon I start Guardiola, I'll bench Cuckoo, and I swear to Allah, I just don't know what to do with Dalla at this stage, bro. Donate. I wouldn't even sell him, bro. I don't, like, literally, if they give me money, I'll just keep the money, bro. Like,
My question to you guys, really simple. If you had to start, bench, and sell one of these players based on their eyebrows, what do you thought? Just off their eyebrows alone.
I'd say mashallah too.
Yeah, there's some perfectly kept eyebrows.
You start those
Just based
eyebrows,
on just the whole look, just get rid of Cucurella
you
straight
sell
away.
that. That's what is that, bro? It's 2024. This guy's acting like a caveman. This guy is alright. He's alright. He's got natural eyebrows. You bench.
bro,
You bench
Cuckoo looks
Salah's
like a
eyebrows.
meerkat, bro.
That's the only
Like, fucking
concession.
weird looking
It's the only
unit,
concession
bro.
you can make for Dollar. He's got these.
And then we've got current form.
Bro,
number
this is
10.
so rigged.
Yeah.
How do Odegaard and Fernandes compare to Palmer?
Come on, bro.
Surely
Based on current form.
Current form.
What current form? Palmer,
Exactly. Fernandes shit form. Odegaard
Nah,
shit
bro.
form.
You're
Clear stand. This is
Bro,
clearly made by a fucking Chelsea
Since,
fan.
since Odegaard's come back.
How's that fair?
Bro, since Odegaard's come back into the team, he's been unbelievable. He's had this last game was bad.
Unbelievable is a strong word.
Bro, we've scored 16 goals since he came back into the team.
First
In
couple
4
games, yes, but his last game against Everton, he was pants.
He's only played 3 games
bro,
coming back.
No, he's played
4?
5 or 6 now. I think Everton was the 6th game he's played.
But still, when you compare him to Palmer, it's
Palmer's
chalk
been
and
a
cheese.
ghost. Bro,
Can I
Palmer's been
start
a
it off?
ghost.
Can I start it off?
No, he's only
Bro,
one game.
Palmer's been a ghost.
His rating has been 7-2 plus every single game, even
So
without
is
GA.
So is Odegaard still this last game against Fulham.
Okay, that
Not
equals
Fulham, Everton.
all right. That equals each other out. But then the eye test, I reckon Palmer's played this season. Obviously, he's been injured a lot, but since he's come back, and GA, he's just been.
Go, Riad, start us off.
But
Okay,
whatever. I really do.
I'll start Palmer based on current form. I'm benching Bruno and I'm selling.
Oh, wow.
Nah, come on, bro.
Let him have it, bro. The guy's got to have something.
That can't be a legitimate opinion.
No, that's my legitimate opinion.
He's captain.
That's my
He's gotta have-
legitimate.
You know, he's got to get a United
It's got-
signing.
That's what scares me. It's a
and he's
legitimate.
got
He's like, there's no
nothing
subjectivity
against
ever.
Odegaard. Absolutely nothing against Odegaard.
I love
honestly
Odegaard.
wish Palmer was having a shit season so I can just fuck him off too. But
You know what? Every United fan with half a brain says they'd rather Odegaard over Bruno because Odegaard can control the game and Bruno just kicks the ball fucking nowhere.
so I've got no brain.
That's right.
I thought we established that in episode 1.
Next, who you got?
Very easy. Start Palmer. It's undeniable, his form. Goals, assists, trickery, set pieces, just unreal overall. Youth. He's got like a lot of that I don't give a fuck factor, which I think contributes to how
Hopefully,
well
he never
he plays.
loses that. No, I like
he
plays.
won't.
Yeah.
He won't.
Odegaard, one of the best players in the Prem. Maybe, not as good as he was 2 years ago. Just absolutely peak Odegaard, but still one of the best players in the Prem easily. Bruno,
comfortable, yeah.
toxic, selfish.
What has Odegaard done right now?
Yeah,
what has he done?
Bro, as soon as he's
No, no,
come,
what has he done right now?
as soon as he's come back, Arsenal have
Yeah, they
transformed
fucking
as a
drew
team
to Everton.
straight away.
At home.
Yes, he didn't have the, but like
He got
you're scapegoating
benched.
one player. They all played shit.
I'm just enjoying the show, bro.
I'm talking about current form. Bruno is in the same category as Kevin De Bruyne.
Whoa,
There is-
Okay.
bro, come on.
Wait, current form?
Nah.
No. We're talking about as a
Overall.
player overall. All right? Same category as KDB. Some even say that his stats are even better than KDB.
Bro, what?
I'm just saying.
Ridiculous.
Bro, where are you pulling this from?
No, I'm
Where's-
being serious, bro. You guys hate Bruno.
You deserve
because
another
of his
KDB's
fucking
won like 5
attitude.
Premier
don't think
Leagues.
he's in that bracket. He's not in that league.
Having a pineapple.
Look, I think I just me personally, I'd start Odegaard because I love him. I'd bench Palmer and then I'd get him a chin transplant at the same time, and I would sell Bruno in a heartbeat. And that's just purely based on footballing ability. I think no one can control a game like Odegaard can. Tempo setter, unbelievable. I also think we should play Odegaard in the 8, but that's a topic for another.
Here's an interesting question. What does Odegaard lack that Palmer has?
Goals?
Nothing.
Set pieces?
Nah.
No, goals.
Odegaard's our free kick taker.
So you think he's on the same level in terms of set pieces
goals.
as Palmer?
Funnily enough, Odegaard's actually scored our last.
Again,
on-target
90th
free
minute
kick.
scenario, Champions League final, 90th minute, you've got a free kick.
Who do I want over it?
Who do you want over it?
That's
Bruno.
actually, that's actually a tough question.
Bro, you're out of the conversation. We're having a,
You know what?
a
Bruno's
grown
Bruno's
man
been subbed at this
conversation.
point.
out of those three,
He's
it
got a red card.
probably would be Bruno. Out
You
of
reckon?
those three,
Free
it
kick?
would- yeah. Like a one-off free kick to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
You got one crack at it. It probably would be Bruno out of those three.
Bro, we've
When's
seen
the last
Bruno in the
time he scored
Euro.
a free kick though?
Bro, Bruno's last free kick, he hit the crossbar.
Boom!
But if you're asking me who do I want to start that game, it would be Odegaard.
I'd be the same as Vix. Start, bench. Obviously, I wouldn't even sell him. This is the one I would not even sell. You know what? I'd take him to the RSPCA like the Rowdy is, bro. Fuck him. Whatever. I don't need to say anything else. That'll do.
All right, this was the youngest, under 20. This is the under 21s.
This is the
So I
other
got Durant. Can you say your Arsenal
Durant.
player's name?
Ethan
Durant.
Nwaneri.
And then Ethan. And then,
Winieri.
No one need.
yeah, and then we've got Kobe Mainu.
Kobe.
Manu.
Kobe
I mean, you got three
Trashford.
players in three different
There is
positions
yeah,
here.
different
Yeah,
positions.
but they're under. This is under 21
Oh, yeah.
So
category.
you're just saying who's the best under 21 player
Yes,
here?
yes.
Kobe.
Bro, I can't believe he's under 21. That's wild.
So we've got Aston Villa superstar that comes on every week and scores.
He's actually,
bangers.
you know what's funny? He's actually replaced Watkins.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
I
he
said
has,
that
yeah.
at the start of this podcast.
Bro, he was
You
going to
didn't believe it,
Hammers. Then if we were trying to sell, fun fact is we were trying to sell Conor Gallagher to Aston Villa and we are going to get him instead. And then it fell through because
What
I
a
didn't want to
fight that
spend the
was.
money and he went to Atletico Madrid and that fell
Anyway,
through.
let's focus.
Yeah.
you wanna start?
Yeah, I'd start Ethan, just because the talent of that boy is unbelievable.
I do like him.
I
It's a
would-
good topic.
I would bench Johan Giroud. No, what's his name?
Durant.
John
Giroud.
Durant.
That's it.
John
John
Durant,
Giroud.
yeah.
Who do I get him confused? Who's Johan Giroud? He was another Villa player, wasn't he?
It's Johan Cruyff and Giroud's kid that you just got to confuse with. Johan and Giroud.
Possibly, who knows? But yeah, and I would sell Mainu. I think his impact off the bench is undeniable. Yeah, so I think you have to bench him and just bring him on because
Just bring him on.
his impact is unreal. And Ethan, he's going to be a superstar. So
And if you want to,
actual superstar.
I'm starting Kobe. I'm benching Durant. And I'm selling Winieri. I haven't seen enough for him to warrant,
yeah, that's fair.
him
fair.
starting over Kobe.
That's fair because Kobe did play for the.
Kobe
in
did
the
single-handedly
Euros.
win us games.
No, he also played in the Euros, so it's fair enough.
Yeah.
But he's just fucking.
At the moment, he's
He
gone
got
down.
injured.
But we're talking about current form.
Yeah, he played against City and he played extremely well.
Okay. Well, Berkz.
I'm going to go the opposite of what Alpy was saying. I'd probably start John Duran,
On
even
form,
though
yeah,
he's
he's
a bench player. But I feel like you give
No,
him
he's
that-
been starting lately.
well, you know, what made him what he is now, I guess, to win that spot. But I feel like you give him the time to do it. If he's coming off the bench and making that impact, he's a player that knows how to play and get in the position that he needs to get into. So I would start him, bench Nwaneri, and Mainu's just a ghost now. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
sell him.
Bro, we're talking current form.
Straight to St. Vinny de Paul's or whatever it's called.
Berkz, what do you got?
Berkz.
Vic.
Sorry.
Actually, out of all the three, I haven't seen much of Nwaneri apart
that's what
from
I mean.
the occasional sub appearance and a few clips on YouTube. So I know mine is definitely a sell because I do think Partey's breakthrough and, United fans going crazy over him. I think that's kind of like dropped off. I'm pretty sure at one point I saw that he's one of the most dribble pass players in the Prem.
Yeah.
So, like watching him play Riad, I feel like one of the biggest things he lacks is recovery pace. So
He's not the
fast at all.
quickest player.
Yeah,
No,
and in
no,
the Prem, it's
absolutely
very
not.
physical. You need to be athletic. So I think that might be his downfall. So I'm going to sell him for
But
that
again,
reason.
his midfield partner was Casemiro.
Yeah. I'm gonna start Duran basically just purely based on impact and what I've seen from him. And Nwaneri, I'm gonna purely go off reputation because I have not seen much of him.
So wait, who's getting sold?
Mainu.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have the same one?
And then we got the last one. Start, bench, sell. We got the best. Well, I saved the best three for last.
Can we sell all three?
This is like the trolley cart problem. You know what I mean? Which one do you think?
I'll start with this.
Yeah, go on.
I'm starting Xerxes.
Yep. Why?
Doesn't get injured.
Yep.
I'm starting Xerxes. Doesn't get injured. I'm benching. Fucking, what was his name again, bro?
Sterling.
Sterling. Fuck's sake. I'm benching Sterling, and I'm fucking, bro.
But you just paid 65 million for Mount.
He will come down as the worst business transaction between United and Chelsea.
Very cool.
He can't get fit for fucking 2 minutes, bro. Fucking pitch.
All right, Alpy, what do you
Fucking what a waste of fucking. Oh, bro.
Gosh. Are we talking these players are fit and they're... No, we're talking their current form.
Current form, bro.
What form they know?
Sterling doesn't have a form. Xerxes can't hold the ball up and Mount's injured. What form? Can I grade them on their form, like how good they look in the shirt or something?
They're probably.
All right, well then I'm starting...
Go-
Bro,
No,
Xerxes
go-
looks like a fucking NRL player, bro.
I'm starting
Just go best
Sterling.
hairstyle.
Yeah, I'm starting Sterling because he looks good in the kit. You know what I mean? Like he sells jerseys.
He has never looked good in this kit.
Nah, he
He
hasn't.
looks fat.
Mount
bro.
just looks crap in that kit.
And then-
when he plays, he just looks shit.
Home.
We made it, son.
Well, I'd start Xerxes, I'd bench Sterling, and I'd sell Mount. I think. I don't know. I don't even know what the point of these three is.
Son, we're at Monash Hospital.
Oh, this is hard. I don't even know what to say, bro. This is just
Bro,
stupid.
Sterling doesn't have a form, bro. The guy he hasn't played.
I'm going to go off legacy and I'll start Sterling just for that. I'd sell him, bro. He's been useless for the money that he's coming for.
Mount's won a championship.
Mount, at least he's done a little bit, prior to coming in. So I'd bench him, but like,
Anyway, that's it for me. That's it, guys.
What is Vecky's opinion?
Becky doesn't even fucking.
Vicky doesn't give a fuck.
He's fucking hates these
Oh,
guys.
this one's easy.
We're done.
Go, tell us. What was it?
We're done.
All right. I'm looking at it from purely a youth point of view. Sterling's done. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's got money. He's got fame. He doesn't care. He's done.
Actually good. Sell him.
Sell him. I actually think Xerxes is a good player. I don't mind his link-up play. I honestly rate it. I just think he's got so many duds around United that they don't know how to use him properly.
If he comes to the city,
So I would start Xerxes, and Mount is just, bro, he hasn't been a footballer for like 3 years. So just bench him.
Yeah, fair.
I love how everyone took that a different way. That wasn't even the right question. But
I love it. Boys, let us know in the comments. Let us know your opinions on who you'd start, bench, sell out of Sterling, Xerxes, and Mason Mount. Moving on. Veki, Berkz, please tell us. You guys have something that's a pressing issue on your minds.
Yeah,
Please
we'll
talk to us about it.
we're getting married.
It's finally been announced, guys. We know this season Robertson's been sort of a big problem fullback for us, and he's been discussed a lot. January window's, coming up. Everyone's discussing transfer window options, stuff like that. But I wanted to kind of focus on Trent here a little bit, mainly because, obviously Salah's apparently signed a 2-year deal. Van Dijk's already, said several times that he wants to commit to the club. We've heard nothing from Trent so far, zero. We know Real Madrid is swirling around. So I wanted to kind of discuss a little bit of like Trent's trajectory, a little bit about his career so far and how it's sort of going. Because I personally, and I've shared this earlier, I personally don't think that he is what Slot wants in a fullback at all. So He got pretty badly exposed in the Fulham game. That led to a couple of goals. So this is more of a discussion around Trent, because I want to put it to you boys as well. The notion of a luxury player, and is it worth fitting a luxury player in your team? So to start, I'm just going to remind everyone about, sort of Trent's journey. So we know Klopp, he had a functional midfield of Fabinho, Wijnaldum and Henderson. Yeah. They were basically doing all the running, all the tracking, all the closing down, all the tackling. You had Mane and Salah acting as inside forwards, and then fullbacks overlapping, bombing on, and just fizzing low balls in. And that's effectively how Trent made his name. So he had a team that was basically working for him, and all of our creating force was down the flanks. So in terms of stats, we already know, in terms of assists, the greatest assist maker in Premier League history as a defender, with 61 assists and 15 goals. So
How
that's
many seasons?
5 or 6?
16.
16. Yeah. So
16.
240 apps, 15 goals, 61 assists. And he was sort of protected by the system itself. Then in the later years, once Fabinho's, Henderson's and Wijnaldum's legs started going and they started getting injured, he started getting exposed more. So lack of awareness, positioning, not really working hard to track back. People started talking about like him lacking in defensive areas, and we started seeing teams actively targeting those areas as well. Konate got injured quite often, so even that centre-back partnership there to help him out wasn't there. And then of late... Can I continue?
Yeah, right. Don't worry about it.
Then Slot comes in, obviously sees that as a big issue. He tells him to be more disciplined, don't bomb on all the time. You don't need to. Just sit back, take it easy, don't overlap, Basically the focus this season is on Mo Salah producing all the goods.
Yeah.
Which is why I think he's been less exposed. Number one, form of Konate, who's been amazing in one-on-one and covering. He's been one of the best defenders.
Konate has been really good.
As soon as he's gone injured, we started copying a lot of goals. But I do still think Trent is a liability defensively. And the problem now is because he's not overlapping anymore, he's not giving you the offensive numbers.
But he's always been a defensive liability. But his attack and his offensive side has always outweighed.
So what I'm saying right now is, and this is the hard thing, if you don't watch the full 90 games, you won't see these things. These things will, again, never show up in highlights, never show up in your mini matches. They just won't show. We obviously know he's very good at the long ball, but now he's almost trying to play it so much. If he has 10 of those attempts, only one of them will be a great ball. The rest will get cut out and will be on the back foot trying to stifle a counter-attack. So what I'm trying to say is, with his role changing from an overlapping fullback that got a lot of assists and goals to now being more withdrawn, he's becoming more of a liability than he's becoming a value to the team. Because Slot wants his fullbacks to be balanced. He doesn't want them ultra offensive. He likes, like I said earlier, he would love someone like a Dumfries. A consistent 7 out of 10 player.
Yeah.
But that is a 7 out of 10 every single game. There's no drop off.
But every time I've watched Dumfries play, he's always been that overlapping type of player.
Yeah, but he's solid. He's physical. He's athletic. He covers ground well. He's positionally sound. You know what I mean? Like, he's not...
Are you saying that there's a chance that Trent gets sold?
What I'm saying...
Not sold, or basically goes to Real Madrid and Dumfries comes in.
Look, post that Fulham game, because I always do this. After the game, I go on forums, I listen to podcasts, I listen to YouTube, I listen to actual people that have gone to the games, that have seen games. Trent was one of the only players in that Fulham game. Mind you, we were man down. He was one of the only players in that game who didn't actually actively try.
Yeah.
He was lackadaisical.
That's a big shout, man. To say a player's not trying on the field.
Bro, he's the vice captain of the club, and he lost his man on multiple occasions leading to goals.
Can I say...
I showed Berkz the goals. We were talking about it, and he's like, you're right. Like, I would love to have footage for you guys where I can pause it. What he does is he has a look, he sees it. He kind of jogs Then once he realizes he's beaten, he starts in a sprint. But by that point, it's too late. Like Robinson's already fizzed the ball in. Yes, it's first phase of play where he should close down Robinson. He hasn't. Then the ball goes over the top. Robertson should challenge. He turns his back and it's a goal. Ultimately, people will go, fuck, it's Robinson's fault. But that cross should never come in the first place.
Yeah. So what's like right now you're in charge.
So what I'm saying is a lot of people think Trent would be a huge, massive loss to the club if he went.
Yeah.
I think if circumstances were different and he wasn't a free agent and we had 80 million come in for him, I would get rid of him because I think Bradley is nowhere near the talent or footballer that Trent is and he never will be. But I think you get a more solid defender in Bradley as a right back than you do as Trent.
What do you... Sorry, Wilkes.
I was going to say, apparently Liverpool are about 100k away from his weekly wages to agree. So Liverpool offered him 70k from his current 180k.
Yeah.
But he wants 100k to make him...
That puts him on 250 a week.
He wants 100k to
350.
make 350. So
He wants 350.
So he wants another 100k to be on
On
350.
top of, he wants. So he's on 180 at the moment. Liverpool have apparently offered him a bumper of 70 grand, 70 grand, on his current 180, but he's holding out for 350 a week.
Yeah.
I honestly reckon he'll work well under a Ruben Amorim system. No, honestly, because the way you explain that he's more of a, fucking...
A maverick.
I just think it's a shame because he talked to Slot early in the season and he's like, let's have a gentlemanly agreement here. Every time I do something that you don't like, you pull me up on it and you tell me. Because he's like, I want to be known as one of the best. I want to leave a legacy. But like what I'm seeing so far doesn't match with what he said. Like, so is the contract weighing too heavily on his mind? Is it the Real Madrid links? Because it seems like he's come to a point where he's 26, he's won everything.
Yeah. Or is it the
seems
fact
like he's
that,
not even hungry anymore.
Yeah, or is
like
it the fact
seems
that
like
his focus isn't just on him being a Liverpool player, but he's like trying to venture out, buying his own club, and you've got the Liverpool links.
And
There's
he's not like Rashford as well. Like they just seem like they've made it to a certain point and now they just don't want it anymore. Like they're just done. Like do you forget all your academy days, like working your way through? Like, does that mean nothing now because you've kind of made it?
Yeah, bro. When you're on 350k a week, like Rashford.
But bro, like we're talking
Any
about
sort
like
of
a vice captain
criticism-
that wants to be captain of the club once Van Dijk goes. Like you can't have a captain performing that way.
No.
So say, boys, I mean, say he does go and you're left in a scenario where you don't have a right back or you don't have a starting right back.
They do, but yeah, they haven't got a starting one.
You say you don't have a starting right back. Any sort of rough idea of who you guys would sort of look to? Berkz,
we were talking about earlier. Like I put forward a couple of because I don't know if you can't dip into the market. There's not like from a Liverpool perspective.
We were talking about before, like who can you name in the Premier League that's an outstanding right back that doesn't play for the big clubs?
That's going to deliver that.
Like you struggle, honestly, you do.
I mean, I had a couple of, and I said it to Veki here, but obviously they're super unrealistic. They wouldn't happen, and they're not. Like one of them is a bit out there.
Who is it?
I was going to say if we can go after Pedro Porro, I feel like it could be a good alternative. But obviously Tottenham wouldn't sell. And the other option was Livramento because I had a look at from Newcastle obviously.
I want to ask a question to Alpy because this has been on my mind because obviously there's a couple of clubs in the Premier League where they do play a centre back at fullback, and obviously Ben White is one of those. Is there moments where you wish you had a traditional fullback, or do you love the fact that you have Ben White as your fullback and you see him playing there for a very long time?
In the current Arsenal system, I have no issues playing a centre back at right back. No issues at all.
Just quietly, we've hit 600 followers on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Very nice. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, head of propaganda.
Riad's taking over the Instagram.
I think now to win the amount of points required to win the Prem, you need to be defensively solid before anything else. And I would sacrifice a left and right back being as attackive as you guys have for the defensive solidarity.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, if we were to transplant Ben White into that right back role, how would that side look as a title winning side? Would you say that there's much more of a chance of winning the title there?
It definitely would, because Konate wouldn't be drawn out of position so much, which would mean Van Dijk's not drawn out of position so much, and it would mean that your left winger hasn't got to cover the left back as well. So I think at the moment what's happening is when when teams are attacking Liverpool and they're attacking down the flanks, your centre backs are being drawn across, and you're getting exposed back post quite a fair bit.
Mind you, and this is also because I think Salah's been told not to track back because Slot wants him where the danger is. He wants him around, in and around the goal.
Yeah.
Do you know who's a left back that I thought was just gonna skyrocket and potentially sign to one of the big 6 Prem teams, but kind of have been a bit stagnant at the moment? Tariq Lamptey plays for Brighton.
Yeah.
I honestly thought,
Injury prone, yeah.
Do you mean Estupian? Isn't Estupian
No,
their left
Estupian.
back?
Estupian plays
Currently
left
he's,
back.
Yeah.
Tariq Lamptey plays on the right, and I believe if he can get his injuries and his body right, I reckon he'll be a good replacement. For the price that you can probably get him, I reckon he'll be a good, after that balance, you know, I reckon he'll be a good balanced right back.
But I reckon, like I was saying to Veki earlier, like the replacements that I mentioned, I'd say if we were to tap into the market, like you look at someone like that. But I reckon who we have at the moment, like I would be confident, and we've seen it in games happen too. Bradley, I would start him. I reckon he's solid enough to get that game time. Like he could be shaped into
He's a bit young.
The reason why I'm bringing this...
Bradley
this
offensively,
but that's what I'm saying.
he
and that's
lacks.
that's
the reason why I'm bringing all of this up is because Anthony Robinson, he ran that whole game. And he was up and down constantly. Like, I know people are saying, but Liverpool were down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Like, even before the 10 men, the way we considered that goal, Trent was not doing the work. Robinson, 2 assists, up and down, bombing constantly creating problems, underlapping, overlapping. Why can't Trent do that?
In
as
an
vice
ideal
captain
world,
for
Robinson
Liverpool?
does not get the recognition he deserves. Like, genuinely speaking.
I think he is now, though.
Still, bro, no one really, talks about him, bro.
In an ideal world, who do you want to replace Trent?
I honestly, because most of my focus has been on the left back position, and I think you can name like 5 or 6 Premier League left backs right now that you would potentially want.
You can have
Right backs, honestly, right backs, I struggle to name one that I would want.
From the Prem, though.
That's suitable to Liverpool
Yeah.
at the moment.
And to this
So you're saying, wait, so you're
I
saying
reckon
they should sign?
Mazraoui would have been unreal for Liverpool.
Like the only one that I can think of is Dumfries.
Okay.
But again, he's 27, 28 now.
Yeah, it's got to be a FSG type signing as well.
So,
yeah, it's got to be data backed.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys are fucked.
But I don't look, I don't think we will target that position unless Trent goes to Madrid. Because I think we'll genuinely target LCB or left back.
You don't trust me, bro. Liverpool aren't dumb, and they're waiting until Trent signs for Liverpool. And then
I reckon.
I reckon there's works behind in the background. They trust me. Clubs aren't dumb, bro. Especially the big clubs. They want to know what they will do when this player goes.
So I think
there'll probably be
Timber
talks.
plays right back as well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
no?
right back, left back.
I think Timber would be
centre back.
another.
He won't. He'll
option.
never go.
Look. Once they win the Premier League, I reckon then he goes to Real Madrid.
The reason why I'm saying is because you guys probably see
Chelsea.
just the goals and the assists, but you're not maybe seeing this other side of Trent. Because what do you guys think when you think of Trent? Like you think luxury player.
I just think he can't defend.
I don't think luxury player. Not at all. When I look at Trent, I look at a fullback that I would want. In a team that if I was a coach, I'd want a player with his ability to win a game.
On the ball.
Yeah. I would want a player that can, because the way you got the draw.
But would you
against
want him
Arsenal-
in your defense though?
Yeah, wouldn't bother me.
Okay.
Because I still believe he gives so much offensively and he gives so much in terms of unlocking teams from deep.
Yeah.
that switch
I
against
think it's
Fulham.
worth it.
Especially Arsenal, who are always on the front foot.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised by
He'd do
Alpy's
so
answer
well.
purely on how solid they've been defensively, which is then everything else is built on that foundation of
Yeah.
that solidity.
No,
You're the best defense in the
absolutely.
league.
But see, if you had a DM like a Rice who is that defensive cover, who does that, or a Caicedo, the two probably standout DMs in the sense of maybe
Or a Ugarte, you know?
yeah. If you had a defensive mid of that caliber, then you can afford to have a Trent in the back line.
I don't think that makes the top fucking 10.
Bro, Ugarte has been
Lavia plays
unreal for us.
Lavia's played 4 games and he's
Bro,
miles ahead of him already.
Ugarte is a very simple player. Very simple.
I need to jump in here. Riyad's going to keep telling us about every United player while
He
they're in
is a
fucking
very
13th
simple
place.
player, but
Anyway,
he is literally
no one gives a fuck.
there
Bro,
anytime, every time he needs.
13th place, bro. I'll tell you
honest to
what,
God,
you can
We're fucking back, baby!
you can chat when you move. If you move up the table, you can
Honestly,
chat.
I don't think anyone knows who's the fuck
Ruben Amorim.
I think the core of the question that Veki was asking is the opportunity cost. Do we lose offensive, like creativity.
Yeah, basically, what I'm asking is, as a coach, Alpy's already given his answer. As a coach, what are you doing? Are you putting a player that is solid and give you 7 out of 10 games every time?
Yep.
Or are you putting a player that can win you games but also lose you games potentially?
I'm more in the camp of like because we've been.
You want 7 out of 10 every game.
Consistency then like
Like a Mazraoui. Mazraoui, every game he's solid, bro.
Solid,
He
yeah.
wasn't solid against City.
Yes, he was.
No, come
Bro,
on.
he was unreal.
Doku ripped him.
No, fucking Doku didn't do shit, bro.
Doku ripped him, bro.
Doku didn't do fuck all. But going back to Veki.
Well, is that the Mazraoui? He fucking put him on skates. The goal was in La La Land.
Get out of
The
here.
guy
That
ended up
crossed it
getting
in.
a goal,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I think that question is depends on where your club is at.
And you're in the mud.
And right now, I want someone that is a 7 out of 10 every single game. For United.
I think he
And I'm
makes a
just-
good point.
I'm trying to make a point where, however, if my team is pushing for a title, I want a player that can
Yeah.
is
The
Trent.
game changer.
be the game.
That's what I'm
said.
saying. This is a game that was crucial for us in terms of points.
Yeah,
And
and you
he
guys-
didn't put in the effort.
Yeah,
Because effort is not only offensively, effort is defensively as well.
of course,
Off the ball.
of course.
Like that second goal, we could have won that game if he put in that work defensively.
100%.
Second goal.
Yeah.
He gave Iwobi that much.
It's just the nature of the way that he gives up on runs of other players.
I'll have to watch it again.
Bro,
he
like-
could just be burnt out at Liverpool.
Bro, I can honestly show you. Because he's, at one point, Iwobi and Robinson, they're level. And he knows Robinson's making a run. And Iwobi's being picked up by someone else. So he can already start his run. But he's so slow to react.
But aren't you also scared of the unknown? Because you're so comfortable with Trent, and obviously there's more pros than cons with Trent. Yeah, you're obviously in a good position right now. You're fighting for a title. Aren't you scared that, all right, we might sell him or we might get rid of him, and then we go and sign someone that could potentially be that balance, but he completely flops?
No, because I think reason why I'm so confident is if we take any one of Grav, Salah or VVD out of that side, I think we completely implode. I don't think that happens with Trent, especially of late, because he's not producing as much offensively either now, apart from the occasional through ball that, slices through. But he tries like literally 10 of them a game.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. That's episode 18 wrapped up. Plenty to talk about, plenty to discuss from this one, but we'll leave that with you in the comments. Please like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. We've just hit 600. We want to keep growing. So, yeah.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to grow our YouTube account as well. So if you can please subscribe to our YouTube, we'll very much appreciate it. Just follow us on all our socials, please.
And TikTok.
Direct link to Riad's OnlyFans as well.
Yes.
In the
And
Instagram bio.
This is the top 3 of the Premier League plus 13th place signing off. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks, guys.